Hey, I'm Danny. This is Southern California Comics Weekly Video Update. I'm back to tell you about the latest in comical type books this week, because stuff comes out every week, even when you don't want it to. Just kidding. This isn't a huge week for releases, but there's some notable stuff, which I will tell you about in a moment. First of all, I don't know if we've talked about this very much, but one of my favorite books coming out lately is The Winter Soldier, featuring the man Bucky Barnes from your Captain America films and such. In this series, he is basically a fear agent. He's like a space cop, space secret agent, assassinating space people, aliens and such. Very, very cosmic, like, trippy looking art by Marco Rudy, I believe is the artist. This also features your man Crossbones, as you may remember from Captain America 2, The Winter Soldier. And also Captain America comics is what he's from, but okay, let's look at this art some more, because that is nuts. This is by Alish Coate, is the writer, who does Secret Avengers and Zero and all sorts of fun espionage type books. And I just want to keep looking at this and showing you, like, it should probably remind you of like a J.H. Williams Batwoman type stuff, so that's the kind of feel you're getting from the art. Yeah, very cool, very striking. I'm very excited to read it, because it's weird and it's fun. Alright, real quick, a few notable releases from Boom Studios. First of all, Bravest Warriors is a fun book. Issue 29, it's by Kate Leth and Ian McGinty. I love Kate Leth's stuff. She's a cool person, and I like her comics. They're very funny. Adventure Time, Marceline Gone Adrift, Meredith Gran, and the artist's name is Carrie Peach. Let's pretend I said that correctly. This one's about Marceline in space. She's just stuck in space. And I like that. And it's got all your favorite characters. Sorry for the pause. It's a good book. Alright, Teen Dog, probably my favorite Boom Studios book right now. It's by Jake Lawrence. It is about a teenager who is a dog, who's named Teen Dog. He's cool, he has sunglasses, he has cool friends, he does cool stuff. Sort of I don't think it was a webcomic, but it's webcomic styled, where every 1 or 2 pages is a separate scene, a separate strip, basically. Each with its own cute little title. He likes pizza, he's a dog who's a teen. It's great. Alright, new from Valiant, who are branching out from their classic characters into some more, not creator-owned, but original material. This is called Divinity. Kind of interesting. I don't know what it's about, so please do not ask me. It is by Matt Kint and Trevor Hairsine is the artist. Really nice art. Just solid stuff. Solid stuff. It's got rockets, it's got, I don't want to call them cavemen, but it does have, is that Omega Red? Probably not, but let's pretend it is. Not a lot to say about Divinity because I haven't read it, but it's out. You should check out Valiant Comics because they're actually pretty good. New from Image is called The Empty. It's by Jimmy Robinson, your man who's famous for Bomb Queen. He's got his own kind of little, like a small following. Yeah, it's pretty, I don't want to say trippy, but it is a bit weird. It's pretty cool. Sort of a sandy dunes. It's probably not dune-like at all. Really, he's got a really strange style in this book. I don't know what he's trying to do, but it might be worth a look. It doesn't seem as like hedonistic and ridiculous as Bomb Queen. It seems a bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? A bit more subdued, I suppose. But it's got nice sort of weird fantasy elements in it. Might be worth a look. Shutter is out. Shutter is a great book by Joe Keating and Layla Del Duca. Adventure comics, lots of cool ideas, cool images, cool characters. Really nice colors. Look at that, so bright. Like, your average DC or Marvel comic doesn't look like this. And in case you're wondering, Winter Soldier, not the average DC or Marvel comic. So, just sort of family-based adventure comics, I suppose. New issue of Trees. I'm pretty sure this came out weeks ago, but we finally got copies of it. So if you've been waiting for this Warren Ellis comic, that is quite good. Whoa, spoilers. Yeah, major things happen, and it has a great cover. Also, penultimate issue, Captain Victory and the Galactic Rangers #5. I've been reading this. I don't quite understand it because it's one of those comics where you have to read it all at once to get it. Joe Casey and all sorts of crazy artists. Nathan Fox, I believe. Really trippy, post-Kirby craziness. Really nice looking. Who's the artist on? Oh, a bunch of artists on this. Connor Williamson, great artist. You should always check his stuff out. All right, last big release of the week is Star Wars Darth Vader #1. So we're 2 issues into the main Star Wars series, and now we got the Darth Vader spin-off, which is by what's his name? Kieran Gillen, the music comics guy, and Salvador LaRocca, the I like to draw celebrities guy. Yes, it's got the same kind of production design type stuff, and Salvador LaRocca is a pretty good artist choice for this because he can draw things that look like the people in the movies, which is kind of his shtick. So he can draw the helmet as accurately as you may expect, and he also does a mean Jabba. Like, you can tell he's working off screen grabs, but I guess that's okay since it's like a licensed comic anyway. I gotta spoil one thing. It's not really a spoiler, but they have an evil Chewbacca in this, and that's pretty dope. So if you're like a Star Wars nut, I'm not a Star Wars nut, really, but even I think that's really cool. So Darth Vader #1 is out. You should probably pick it up if you're into Darth Vader, or #1s. You know what I'm into? Crappy segues into new segments. Let's go. Alright, we are back for that second segment you guys love so much. So, I'm sure you all heard the news that Marvel Studios didn't get back Spider-Man from Sony. But Sony's like, we don't know what to do anymore. Why don't you help us, Marvel Studios? Yeah, because we're bad at this. We're going to make an Aunt May movie. What do we know about Spider-Man? Marvel Studios is like, haha, sure. So, Spider-Man's going to debut in a future Marvel Comics movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I think it's going to be Civil War, since he is like the main character in that. And Captain America 3 has that title. So, wouldn't take a genius to figure that out. I'd like to suggest some other ways, some other Spider-Man stories they could use for a future movie, because Sony's going to produce a new Spider-Man movie, but Marvel is going to have all the creative direction, so that'll be interesting to see. Really interesting sort of classic story could do Kraven's Last Hunt, featuring Kraven the Hunter, one of the Spider-Man villains they haven't quite used yet. He's like a big game hunter who's obsessed with catching Spider-Man, who considers Spider-Man the ultimate game. This is like the one that makes you care about Kraven the Hunter, this classic story. J.M. DeMatteis, Mike Zeck. It's Kraven dies at the end, obviously from the title, but this is the one where he sort of goes off the deep end trying to finally catch the Spider-Man, sort of a classic one. Sort of the thinking man's favorite Spider-Man story. I think that'd be a good one. Good out of left field one to adapt. And it's like down to earth, it's really urban and like sticks to the streets and such. Why not do the Clone Saga? That'll be fun. Like have it be a playoff of how many times they've tried to reboot Spider-Man as a movie. Since this would be the 3rd reboot of Spider-Man, why not just do the classic Clone Saga? It's not really classic. Never forget that this was popular at first, before it got bad and lasted way too long. This was popular, so I think you could have a lot of fun with the Clone Saga. You could do whatever you want, honestly. Otherwise, why not bring back Venom? They didn't really do him justice the first time. Venom is fun. You could do it. You could totally do it. Or maybe Carnage. You could go the whole Maximum Carnage route. That would be awesome. That would be so stupid. I would love it. Like, 'cause Carnage is like Venom, but the Joker as well. That's nuts. So that'll be a good one. You could always just say, forget it, whatever. Spider-Man Gen 13. DC owns Gen 13, but I don't think they wouldn't mind if you just took a little Gen 13. Get a little Gen 13 crossover with Spider-Man. Why not? What are they gonna do? Marvel's got more money at this point. They're owned by Disney, and they got Spider-Man back. They can do anything they put their minds to. So Spider-Man Gen 13 is my choice for the next Spider-Man film. They're not in their costumes very much in this. Oh, I'll see you next week. Spider-Man Gen 13 on sale now.